So, as I walked with my family onto the beautiful beach, I took in the scenery. The water was clear and blue and the sun shone brightly. My mother had had a few drinks, but she was enjoying the moment of all of us together, so she saw it as a wonderful day. We carried everything we owned and dumped it onto the sand. I removed my shoes and pressed my feet into the hot sand. I dashed over to the water wearing only a black and red shirt and black and red shorts. "Can I go into the water?" I yelled to my mother. She replied, yes, but please wait for your brother." My brother rushed over and we both ran into the water. My brother and I always liked to ride the waves when we were at the beach, and we did so there. I recall us getting deeper and deeper into the water, as if the floor of which we were standing had layers. And the more I walked in, the more and more water covered my body. It began to cloud over, but it was still warm outside. My brother and I had gotten caught up in the current and drifted away in the water. We didn't notice at first until our mother yelled, "You guys are too far away, come back." My brother and I attempted to swim over to the shore until I became too immersed into the water. I couldn't feel the floor anymore, and I was stranded deep into the water, but my brother had got out. My mom panicked and ran over to me. A big wave rushed over me, and I returned to the surface of the water. I screamed to my mom, "Help me, please mom, help me." I began to panic and felt my heart race faster, and another big wave rushed over me, pulling me deeper into the ocean. I could hear my mom's cries in the distance, but I was already so far out in the ocean that the screams and yells were barely audible. As I floated on the top of the water, I remember thinking about everything in my life and all the people I care about. As I swam and floated for minutes, I became exhausted and considered giving up. At one point, tired and worn out with multiple waves crashing over me, I thought to myself, "This is it, I'm going to die." After taking in a lot of water, my stomach filled with salt water, I threw it all up in the water. I remember starting to wait for the waves to come so I could be pushed closer to the shore as I floated on the top of the water. After a few minutes of swimming and floating, I got close to the shore and my brothers came out with a large branch that I grabbed onto. They dragged me into the shallow water and picked me up to walk, but I could barely even stand. So my oldest brother picked me up and placed me onto the sand. I recall paramedics being present and feeling the touch of sand. It was one of the most wonderful feelings I had ever experienced. Is this real? Am I really here? Or have I taken my last breath and I'm dead? I wondered as I grabbed handfuls of sand. Thank you.